It's time to sip that coffee, get your mind right, and vibe with the queen herself. We're dishing out hot topics, wellness tips of the day, and things that make you go, Let's get this palace party started.
Hey, we ready? Hey, that was a nice little beat right there. That was a nice little beat right there. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Hey, welcome, good morning, and welcome to the Queen Shiba Friday morning show. Listen, already. To Latrice is saying, you better drop that city and state if you want a shout out from me because we are going to do the morning roll call. Get your ass up and get out of bed. And if you're not out already, this is your wake up call. You better get on up. We want to know what city you're from. You can drop the city and or the state because we're about to get this party started today. It is Friday. And you get to choose how you show up, honey. So don't take your butt down there to those people's jobs acting a fool, talking crazy. It is happy hour time, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Are y'all ready for roll call? Let me hear you say, hell yeah. Are you ready for roll call? Let me hear you say, hell yeah. Let me hear you say, hell yeah. Hey, in 5, in 4. Let's see if I can do it. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Here we go, y'all. Hey, it's the roll call, y'all. Hey, here we go. It's the roll call, y'all. Hey, let me take it back. Let me run it back. Let me take it back. Hey, we got New York in the house. We got South Haven. We got Greenville. We got. Hey, wait a minute. They hating on me. Too Latrice, did you do that? Did you just turn it off, too Latrice? Wait a minute. I was just on a roll. I think too Latrice done turned off my damn music. Too Latrice, you know what? Should I give it another shot, y'all? Should I give it another shot? Somebody back here playing with me. Somebody praying on my downfall. Let me try one more time. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Keep an eye on too. We got Cali. We got Kentucky. We got NYC. We got Texas. We got LA. We got the South Haven. We got the Greenville. We got it's the roll call. Hey, yes. Listen. We did it. Well, we did it, Joe. It is Friday. Welcome, everybody. Shamar. That's the aunties. That's the aunties version of roll call. If you're new here, welcome. This is just a morning show, y'all. We're not gonna go too deep on anything. We just gonna have a little fun. We know y'all got that money comes to me. We got Detroit and Chicago, baby. That's a hybrid breed. That's something different right there. We got a little bit of Detroit and Chicago. Y'all want me to run it back? Miss Boss Chic say, you got this, queen. Toot said, oh my God, that was so much better. Did I do it too? We got Milwaukee. Y'all, they coming through. We got Maryland. How do y'all say Maryland? Yes. What up though, Marcy Taylor? We got the Bronx in the house. We got ATL in the house. Hey. We got Cali. It's a lot of Cali folks, and they say give it another shot. I think okay, we're gonna one more time. One more time. Let me get everybody situated. We're gonna go one more time. Hold on. Let me get it lined up. Hold on. Let me see what I got. Let me try one more time, y'all. Here we go. I got my. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, we got McKinney, we got Charlotte, we got Huntsville, we got Philly, we got Davenport, hey, to Seattle, hey, yes, yes, y'all better give me my damn award. Y'all better give me my award. That was phenomenal. Good job, Queen Sheba. Don't worry about them. Good job. I had to bring my best out for that. Baby, that's that coffee that I like to drink. If you don't know, now you know. Let me pin this coffee. I know y'all said last a couple of days ago when I pinned, and y'all like, how you get so hype in the morning? Child, I drink this coffee that comes in a can. It comes from New Orleans. I do believe that's where it's manufactured. I used to fool with Folgers, but I realized Folgers is not the best part of waking up. I found something. It's called Cafe Du Monde. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to y'all. All right, I pinned it. That's the coffee I fools with. That's what I be on early in the morning, coming through with that kind of energy. Listen, if I don't, I've been drinking that coffee. Something happened a couple of months ago where I guess they went on strike. And you remember we were paying all those tariffs, and baby, the coffee was not being manufactured. And Queen Sheba had, oh, damn, I almost had a heart attack. Cafe Du Monde. And that's all I do. So if you look in the chat, I pin that. I ain't gonna try to pin or share nothing that I don't use myself. Yes. Dr. Jen said that's the cafe down in New Orleans. Yes. Most people go for the beignets. I just need the coffee. So I keep it on subscribe. I keep it delivered to my house. It is so good. Mm-mm-mm. You like the Puerto Rican coffee? Bustalo? Bustalo es muy bueno. Yes. Wait a minute. We got cash apps coming through. Thank you, y'all. Y'all are sending the cash apps for me to be able to go down there and cover that David D4 D4VD trial. Yes, we are going to be in the building, by the way. We're going to be in the courthouse. Now, let me tell y'all something a little bit about that. And then we're going to jump into the show. When I went to the P. Diddy trial, I had media credentials. So I was in that courtroom every single day. Okay. And I still had to stand in line and hire a line sitter. Now, I was not able to get media credentials for Los Angeles. I have been working with their press, the people in the press office. Unfortunately, they say the courtroom is a little bit smaller than the New York federal court, the Southern District of New York. So I'm going to have to get in line with the public. Here's the thing. There's only 10 seats available for the public. So y'all gonna have to come up off that money so I can pay them line sitters. I'm gonna have a line sitter to stand in line for me at midnight the night before. So we gonna have to keep it flowing. I already talked to him. I've been coordinating coverage with him. They went up on their prices. He said, we gave you a discount for Diddy. I said, discount? Hell no. That was no damn discount. And that's New York. He said, but this is Los Angeles. I said, all right, sir. Okay. So that's where we are. We're going to be up in there. I got time. I got 26 days to get my mind right, to get my outfits right. And we're going to be there. All right. Even if we're just standing in front of the courthouse, we are going to be there. So I got y'all covered. We going to move in. We going to move on, y'all. It is time. So you already see what we are covering today. Y'all, we are covering Joseline Hernandez. And I got to run down Cheyenne Bryant. Let me take the doctor off. Cheyenne Bryant and lost her damn mind. When I tell you this woman is out here windmilling for side chicks, she said the wives ain't ish. I'm going to play it. I didn't say it. She did. She done lost her damn mind. I've always looked at Dr. Cheyenne Bryant from the side because I too have a master's in psychology, but mine is organizational psychology with a specific focus and behavioral modification. That's why I could be breaking ish down for y'all. But I kind of keep that tucked in my back pocket. So I've always kind of looked at her sideways when it comes to how she operates in these streets out here with these men folk. Yeah, we're going to talk about her too. And Joseline Hernandez is accusing Zeus network of the unthinkable. She said they out here running hoes across interstate lines. She said they doing worse than P. Diddy. That Lemmy, what is it, Lemmy Plomo out here running hoes. That he's sex trafficking. We're going to talk about that too. Do y'all remember Sherelle Rosado, Ocho Cinco's ex-fiance? And y'all say she kind of favors Evelyn Rosado. Girl, their names are, look, similar. Y'all, her friend is suing her. You remember the show Sell Tampa? Well, they're saying Sherelle didn't pay them folks. So her homegirl then filed a civil lawsuit against her to get her money back. We gonna talk about that. But before we do, baby, it's time to ring the bell. It is time, to ring the bell. Who do y'all think we're gonna ring the bell on today? Let me see if you're as good as you say you are. Who could we possibly be ringing the bell on today? I got one for you. Very interesting. I got one for you. Hold on. Let me get it queued up. I got two people I'm ringing the bell on. Who y'all think we gonna ring on first? Who should we swing on first? We swinging. Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco wanted me. Mm-hmm. Ocho Cinco wanted me. Well, I tell you what, y'all, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. And I don't want to hear nothing. We are ringing the bell today on Pinky Co. Yep. Listen to this crap. Pinky recently sat down and she's going viral. Listen to this. They asked her if someone's business takes off overnight and goes viral, what advice would you give them? This is what she said.
So how about someone going viral right now? Their business goes viral overnight. There's a high demand for whatever they got going on. What's the first move they should make so they don't fumble this moment?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, if your business goes viral today, you need to hire a publicist tomorrow. And that
Pinky. Pinky, did you say that if their business takes off today, the first thing they should do is hire a publicist? We ringing the bell. Y'all, I'm ringing the bell. This woman said, hire a publicist. I got to do it again. Hold on. I got to do it. Sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry. This lady said the first thing you want to do is hire a publicist. Let's see what else she says.
That publicist needs to get you on every single news outlet talking about exactly what it is that just happened. You need to set up an email for all of your speaking engagements, okay? And your publicist needs to go around and you need to be on every outlet in America. The next thing that you need to do is you need to get on the top 3 podcasts and talk about exactly what just happened, okay? And then you need to identify a celebrity or a brand to partner with so that you can continue to keep the momentum going, okay? So after you find that celebrity or brand partner to partner with, now it brings you more reach because you've tapped into their audience. And once you tap into their audience, now you need to get you a stylist, okay? Because that stylist.
A stylist.
is going to put you into all of the designer, because we live in
Designer, stylist, get you a public. The first thing you do, if your window washing business, if your laundry mats, if your Amazon business, if your print shop business, you need to go get a publicist, get you a glam team, get you a stylist, go on a podcast. Let's what else, Pinky?
we live in an aesthetic kind of world.
That's right.
Okay. And now you're going to go on the designer blogs. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, and then put you on there like you're a designer kind of girly. You need to find all the hottest events that happens in your city. Go get you a photographer, start taking some pictures,
wow.
and then you stay online and just wait for the opportunities to come.
So how about
Y'all, I can't. See, this why you went bankrupt. Pinky, I'm sorry.
shut up?
Pinky has no sense to me in this moment of business acumen. Some of the most successful business ain't sat on not one damn podcast. You ain't never seen Beyonce sit her behind on no podcast. You ain't never seen Jeff Bezos sit his behind on no podcast. You ain't never seen the likes of successful businessmen go get and women go get a glam squad. Girl, you talking about the Real Housewives. Y'all, Pinky Cole, I'm sorry. We had to ring the bell on her. What are your thoughts about that? Did that sound like solid business advice? She ain't talk nothing about no roadmap strategy, a business strategy, your assets, who to bank with, which banks are good. Listen, marketing, promo, packaging, product development, none of that. And this is why Target let y'all go. Hold on. This is why Target let y'all go. Hold on, Queen Shiba. What the hell are you talking about? I'm going to tell you. Sit down. See, y'all was boycotting Target. I never even understood why Target caught a stray, to be honest with you. They didn't have shit to do with George Floyd's death. They didn't. Somehow, or y'all set Target on fire. Y'all set Target on fire. Imagine somebody doing damage to you and your organization and come back and say, well, God don't give us some DEI. And by the way, can you pay for us to do ABC? See, that was right there. That was scam likely. But I sat back in the cut. I said, I ain't getting involved. I never understood the Target thing. I would renege too. I'm finna break it down to Foxy, because I don't. If you're new here, you're not going to understand. I've talked about this. I give y'all enough information to make an informed and educated decision. You set my shit on fire. I ain't got nothing for you, bro. You set my shit on fire. I ain't got nothing for you. Target offended Christians. Who cares? They still didn't. Hell, y'all was offended by Chick-fil-A. Remember y'all said it was offensive? Everything's offensive now. Everything's offensive now. Watch this. Here's the real deal with the DEI. And this is why Target don't fool with us. Listen to what I'm saying. Target reneged on the DEI, and I'm going to give you the real, and we played it over here long time ago. Target had branched out a deal with Black entrepreneurs, particularly women, to make shelf space in their stores for women that were doing well in business. You had Tabitha Brown, you had independent entrepreneurs, women that were doing t-shirts and products and purses and all of that. You name it, I'll claim it. And what happened, because we don't like the truth. We run from the truth. All we know is they reneged. Do you know why? Do you know why? When they started to meet with these entrepreneurs, Pinky Cole, what they discovered is although they did a really good job of selling their hair oils, their seasonings, their sauces, their purses, their t-shirts, what they discovered is that there was a huge gap in business acumen. And they didn't realize that many of Black entrepreneurs were not well grounded or rooted in how to conduct business. They didn't have marketing plans. They didn't have a roadmap strategy. They didn't have a business strategy. They didn't know how to penetrate a market. They couldn't describe their target audience. They didn't have any of that. And they sat down, not with Jamal Bryant's and the people that are pushing them to stand. They sat down with other Black business analysts and reviewed to them their findings that they never shared publicly, right? Have you ever let somebody make it and you didn't tell your side of the story and your reputation suffered? That's what happened with Target. See, Target didn't want to out us, so they just let us think what we wanted to think and believe what we wanted to believe because they didn't want to throw us under the bus. And what Target, we played it. I'm still looking for the video. They sat down, and the Black guy that was a business analyst, he came on record and he said he cannot disclose the sources. But Target was horrified that we didn't know how to run businesses and scale up. And what happened is they started losing money because the Black entrepreneurs wanted Target to push the products on the shelf. And Target said, no, 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 no. That's your responsibility. You were supposed to carve out a budget for advertising. We're going to open up the store and open up the shelves, but the rest, you have to be able to get out there and push the product and drive your customer base inside the stores and the doors of Target. We were so deficit that the business analyst said, they asked Target in this private meeting, well, can you teach them how to do business? And Target said, absolutely not. We assume that when you get into a partnership deal, you understand supply chain. You understand that you need this many and this and this and that. And no, there is no, now you're asking us, watch this, and we did ask for it, to develop a business university to teach these people how to do business? Absolutely not. We're not going to invest in that. And not only that, they reneged on a DEI. Now, Target, you're a little bit responsible for that because before you shook hands, I'm going to give you 25% of responsibility. Watch this. Because you probably should have assessed that. But see, when you pressure people to open their doors for you, and they let you come on in and they discover you're not qualified. See, sometimes we beating down doors in places that we're not qualified to be. Not all of us, but some of us. Pinky's sitting here talking that crap and didn't discuss anything about how to run a formidable business. Everything that Pinky is talking about is fluff. And that's how you go to bankruptcy. That's how you get caught slipping. So I think it's only right that we rang that damn bell. It's only right that we rang the bell. Hold on. And I want to answer some of y'all's questions before I move on. We got somebody else we got to ring this bell on. We do. I saw a comment. And I believe it was from, you do have to learn the aspects of business. Asia Henry said that's what the SBA is for. I think you're talking about the Small Business Association. Correct me if I'm wrong. Part of investing in business is investing in education. You have to learn the aspects. You can't just, you can do what you want to do. You can wake up one day and have a food chain called Slutty Vegan, but just know that your marketing partnerships, you're probably not going to be able to get as much or penetrate the market as much as you think and 10 million, all of that. But imagine if you can make 10, 20, how much you could have made. Because not everybody is comfortable saying, hey, slut, when a woman walks into, hold on, because that's how they greet their customers, right? The perfect partner would have been Amber Rose. Now you can get yourself in front of somebody like a Amber Rose, a Sukiana, what's the other one name? Something red, sexy red. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Nah, they are not lying. I told you we played the video. We played the video. I'm not gonna cite nothing that I don't have receipts on. A black business analyst met with him, actually multiple. But that's the part we don't want to hear. We hard-headed. We don't want to hear nothing that's seen. Everybody ain't after you. They ain't. Why? What would Target been? They didn't even tell the story. The man went on record confidentially. Target has yet to say it. I'm just telling y'all. Why would Target want to down you? What do they gain? Look, think about what we say. Why do black people always think somebody's against them because they're black? What do they have to gain by opening up their doors, allowing Tabitha Brown to come in, doing a real forensic assessment and saying, this isn't cutting it. We're losing money. These shelf spaces could have went to A, B, C, D, but we gave it to y'all because you're black. I don't like handouts. Me personally, I don't. Don't give me shit because I'm black. I'm not a charity case. And as a matter of fact, if that's the only reason why you're handing out something, I don't want it. Because that automatically tells me that you believe I'm not qualified as a woman. Don't give me no favors because I'm black. Watch me get it on my own. Take me out of that group chat. I don't want nothing like it because people already think you're not qualified anyway. Nope, I don't want a black business loan. Nope, I don't want nothing because that's how they flag you in the system. Simone says, but how can we criticize her 100% though? Although she is suffering some business setbacks currently. No, I'm talking about in this moment. The advice that she gave in that moment, how to start. If your business goes viral overnight, get a publicist, get a glam squad, go to a podcast. That is not how you do business. That is the wrong thing to do. You need a sales team. You need a network specialist. You need a marketing team. Depending on what you have, you need a product developer. You need somebody to get out there into the marketplace and figure out the pain points, the problems you're trying to solve. If it's slutty vegan, if it's hot sauce, if it's t-shirts, you need to figure out who your competitors are, what they're doing well, what they're not doing well, what the customers like about them, what's your sweet spot, what are you bringing to the marketplace that makes you a standout, and how can you continue on this trajectory over the next 2 to 5 years? What are your predictions as it relates to your profit margin? You know, let me move on. Almond Eye said that balance sheet wasn't balancing at all. So because of that, Pinky, we had to ring the bell on you. We're gonna move on because we got one more. One more that we need to ring the bell on. Okay. Now, these girls that we're ringing the bell on, initially it looks like a road rage incident. A road rage incident until I read the comments, which is why we're ringing the bell. And as the women begin to talk and talk and talk, in the comments, they say, why they sound like cartoon characters. Let's take a look. We're ringing the damn bell.
Like that. That's all, but you get put on social media. I just want to know why you tailgating like that. That's all. No harm, no foul. Shit. Okay, and you keep your eyes on the fucking road. The fuck? What the fuck is you tailgating in public like that for? That's ridiculous. Okay, bitch, go around. Get in the other lane. It was clearly other space. Bitch, it was a whole nother fucking lane. I'm not arguing about a bitch because you didn't have to tailgate like that. So are you good? Are you good? Girl, bye. That's all you got. Girl, pull this bitch over. Pull it over. Pull it over. Whack asshole. You. What do you want to do? What do you? Bitch, pull this shit. Girl, pull this shit over. Pull it over. Pull it over. Pull it over.
This raggedy ass car. She obviously ain't got no money. Raggedy ass car.
No, tailgate that bitch back. See how she fucking like that shit? That shit whack as hell. Man, y'all hoes really be. I want to see this bitch in another social setting. Another one.
Baby, don't let it ruin your day. We happy. We paid. We don't drive a raggedy piece of shit like that. Girl, I'm not gonna waste my voice. Bye, y'all.
Bitch, I will. I'm on that.
Ah.
Like that. That's all, boo.
Y'all, at first I watched it. They say, she got Minnie Mouse in the car with her? Why they sound like cartoon characters and superheroes? Y'all, I had to go back and watch it. I didn't notice it at first. So heck yeah, we had to ring the bell on them. That's it. Hold on. We had to ring the bell. We had to ring the bell. But let me ask you real quick before we go on, is there any volunteers for the hot seat? And if not, we're going to skip over that segment. Let me tell you about the hot seat. The hot seat is where I drop the link. You come up and I put you in the hot seat. It's almost like a Dear Abby on steroids, a hood version, an unfiltered version of Dear Abby. That's where you get to listen. Maybe you're trying to work through a situation. You got a question for me where I can help you push through whatever you're going through, whatever dilemma it is. Or maybe you want me to call somebody up on your behalf and ask them a situation, confront them. I don't know. Do we have anybody for the hot seat? And if not, we going to move on down the road like the Wizard of Oz. We going to move on down the road if you don't. And we're going to go to the White House report if we don't have anybody for the hot seat. But listen, we got a couple of people for White People News. If you're ready. Hold on. We got one. We're going to start with this one. I don't think I got anybody for the hot seat. That's fine with me. Listen, are y'all ready for White People News? Here we go.
All right, y'all. It's time for the White House Report. The spot for white people news. Things that make you and moments that'll make you say, I know you lying. Let's get into it.
Let's get into the White House Report. On the Queen Shiba Morning Show, we're covering it all.
Hold on. Why did it cut off? Hold on.
Let's get into the White House Report. On the Queen Shiba Morning Show, we're covering it all.
All right, here we go. First up, White People News.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on. Every morning I wake up.
Child, that's Erica Kirk. During a recent live stream, she said she's addressing all of the mess, right? She mad at Drewski. She's mad at Candace Owens. And listen, why people say Erica crazy? Erica, they say you look crazy.
To a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband.
That's our first segment in White People News with the White House Report. I'm sorry you're going through that, Erica. We're going to move on to the next story. But we're really sorry you're going through that. Next up in White People News, these two white women just can't seem to get along. When I say these two white women, I'm talking Candace Owens versus Laura. What's Laura's last name? Laura Loomer.
lot of people that are really afraid of this nappy-headed black bitch who just has a lot to say but not really a lot to offer. So I'm not afraid of Candace Owens. Candace Owens is just one resentful ghetto black bitch. Like, that's literally what she is. She's a racist too. Like, you could listen to this, and I'm not a racist person, right? Like, I don't hate black people, but I say she's a ghetto black bitch because you have to listen to the way that she has so much resentment for white girls, like white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes. And I'm originally a blonde too. I have blonde hair and blue eyes, right? Maybe that's why Candace has so much resentment towards me. But listen to the way that she describes how.
So why are these two white women fighting? Laura says she's naturally blonde. Candace is a brunette. Laura said Candace don't typically like blondes. But let me hear the rest.
How traumatizing it was for her to go on a play date as a young black girl in Connecticut at the home of a wealthy white blonde girl with blue eyes. And she really sees Erica Kirk as that white blonde girl that got everything that she wanted while her mommy and daddy didn't love her. Mommy and daddy didn't love me. And I was jealous of the white blonde girl growing up who had a lot of people.
So yeah, these two white women and got into a child online. Laura Loomer came out and attacked her white counterpart, Candace Owens, and she's talking real bad about Candace and saying brunettes don't like blondes. And listen, this ain't none of my business. That's why we put it in the right white people news. Let's see what Candace had to say.
Insane. I do genuinely believe that she is on the brink of needing to be committed again. But the point in all of these lies, met someone, who goes to the club who's going to the club in high school? I've never in my life actually been out in Greenwich, Connecticut. Nobody had that kind of money, obviously, as you just mentioned, following that. But this entire thing, you have to recognize what to pull away from this is that she was going on an unhinged racist rant, and then she was able to make a demand that the president of the United States issue a truth social supporting her mania. And it was a demand, I want to be clear, that I am told specifically that Susie Wiles was staunchly opposed to. Credit to Susie Wiles. That she came up against that and said this is a very bad idea. And yet Trump's team overall conceded. The question is why? That's a very important question.
Why are these white women fighting?
Why did Donald Trump concede to a lunatic? There has been, of course, a very long-standing rumor that it's because she has blackmailed in.
Well, because I know Candace, the reason why I said, listen, I'm going to stay out these white women's business, but I just wanted to bring it to you because, Candace has says there's no such thing as racism before. So, I just sit back. But has anybody figured out why these white women are fighting each other? And being that they're going against each other, is it considered racism when you got two white women? We got a brunette, which is Candace Owens, right? She likes to tan. And then you have Laura Loomer. Laura says she's typically naturally blonde, but she's dyed her hair brunette. And she says Candace has always had a problem with her, with the blondes ever since she was little. And oh, I see. Low Tempo Life says Laura is mad because Candace dropped some tea on Laura and 47. I got it. Okay, so that's why these white women are fighting. Let me see if there's anything else here.
It has something to do with her having relations that she went on to Air Force One years ago.
Oh, here we go.
As we all knew, and then began telling people that she had relations with Donald Trump. Again, it's Laura Loomer. So don't just take it with a grain of salt, take it with a grain of crack cocaine. Okay.
Oh,
but the point is, we are now able to demonstrate that she's able to force the administration's hand.
What in the crack dope head trailer park? So Candace is saying Laura likes to do a little bit of coke, and Laura is saying Candace got a nappy head. Listen, white women, this is not how you conduct yourself. Calm down. We want you to be ladies. But y'all, that's all we got. That's all we got for the White House report. I don't want to get too far involved because, we tend to mind our business over here. But we're going to move on. And I think it was only fair for us to jump into who? Let's jump into, who y'all want to, do Sherelle Rosado? Let me see, who can we do first? You know what? I want to ring the bell. Can I back up? Can I ring the bell on somebody else? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I need to ring the bell one more time. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all, I have to ring the bell on this foolishness. When I tell you, when I came across this, I was so hot. But I said, let me run to the morning show. Let me run to the morning show and see what they have to say. Because see, y'all say I'm old school. And maybe I am. I'm okay with that. Let me drop this real quick. We got that. Hold on. Where's that damn overlay? Let's do this. So I came across a story that I find very interesting, very much ghetto. It says parents are catching backlash for throwing a lavish, listen to this, a lavish baby shower for their, and they misspelled their 13-year-old that's pregnant by a 14-year-old. I am done, honey. I am done. Listen, they posted pictures, videos celebrating their daughter's baby shower. Look at mama or grandmama touching the belly, promoting this foolishness. These are the kids. Y'all, look at this. Somebody said, well, I mean, the baby's coming anyway. They supposed to hate what they supposed to do, hate her and say F the baby. If she pregnant, she gonna keep it. The child's still gonna need love and guidance. Keisha, somebody named Keisha said, well, it's already done. She needs all the love and support she does, and so does he. See, that's y'all problem now. Getting upset, angry, being embarrassed about this is not it's not about getting upset, angry, and being embarrassed, but we damn sure not gonna throw a party. We're damn sure not gonna throw a party. We will quietly accept gifts. I'm gonna be there as the mother, the father, but we're not gonna throw a party. Because I don't ever want my teenage daughter at 13. We got to think about what was happening, child. Kids are supposed to be kids. So I don't ever want to subliminally tie into a notion that I think this is okay. Me throwing her a slumber party. I mean, not a slumber party. See, I'm thinking about kids. A baby shower. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school, like people say. What are your thoughts on this? Is this okay that the parents celebrated this and threw a baby shower and invited everybody to come on in? I don't know. Let me see. They're saying I had to ring on this foolishness. To say, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, but 13, 14 is a hell no. Paulette said, baby showers, stay off the internet and do the love and support without advertising. I'm not doing that. They wouldn't even think to ask for one. We damn sure, it's going to be love. It's going to be support. But I'm not going to promote this so that you can think it's okay after the first one and to continue having sex at 13. I am the freaking parent. That's what I say. Y'all scared of y'all kids. Y'all don't parent no more. You're friends with your children. Remember I talked about Celeste Rivas Hernandez? Why are we? Well, they going to do it anyway. I don't give a damn what they going to do anyway. I'm going to parent anyway. Just because they're going to do it anyway doesn't absolve me from my responsibility as a parent. So as long as you are under my roof, and I don't mean it in an old school way, I'm going to parent. That's it. That's all. I'm going to parent. I'm not your little friend. I'm not throwing a baby shower. I'm not. I just think it sends the wrong message, but she's 13. He 14. He's 14. And the parents, the mamas, threw this party. The mamas got together and threw the party. Okay, so this is Asia says, I wouldn't have a baby shower. I would quietly get the baby what it needs and put there we go. You said, and me too, get the baby what it needs and put my energy into making sure those kids were equipped for a hard life they made for themselves. First of all, that little boy ain't going to be around too long. That has to be embarrassing for him. You know how little kids are, make fun of you. He's still 14. I'm sure his friends are joking. You gonna be a daddy. You gotta go to a baby shower. You gotta change diapers. Kids are still kids. They still do stupid stuff as boys. Laugh, poke, make fun of each other. And eventually, if I'm correct about understanding the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience, he's gonna ease on down the road eventually. He's 14. He's probably a freshman in high school. He's going to want to go play sports and hang out with his friends and do stupid shit and go to the mall and eat Takis. No, I'm going to prepare my daughter for the real life experience of when a man walks away, because surely that's probably what's going to happen. Thank you. Aisha said this is a different generation. And plus, the mama of the pregnant child wants those gifts now because she has gained another child. For real, for real. Lord have mercy. I think it's ridiculous too, Cheryl, but I just had to ring the bell. I'm not throwing no damn baby shower as a grown woman for no 13-year-old girl. We gonna get you what you need. As a matter of fact, you gonna help me decorate this baby room. But that little boy ain't finna be all over my house, sitting up in here like he a grown man. None of that. Because y'all shouldn't have been doing that. You 13 years old. So if she was 12, 13, what grade is she in? The 7th or the 8th? So he's in the 9th. I know he's in the 9th. She's probably in 8th grade. Hell no. Hell no. And I don't think my husband would do it. Listen, little boy, you lucky you breathing. A whole ass minor. 7th or 8th grade. She in the 7th grade. Okay. 7th grade. No, we not doing no baby shower. No, ma'am. Yeah, what you say? His feet stinking? Yeah, you're gonna have to sit down. My husband would have to give him a talk because we're not celebrating you impregnating my daughter. We're not celebrating you becoming pregnant in the 7th grade. Now, like they said, the baby's already on the way. So now I have to worry about teaching you responsibility. I have to get you some mental health support because guess what? What is it called? Postpartum isn't bias. You can go through the same 13 just like any 23-year-old, 33-year-old, 38-year-old woman that's going to have a baby. I got to get her prepared for the real world. And a baby shower ain't it, but labor pain she's about to go through. I got to get her prepared to sit out of school for a minute. Secondary education options. Yeah, that's middle school. I said junior high. Oh, that's middle school? Damn. But here's the thing, Empress. You said both of them need to sit there with the baby. He get to go home. See, he's still going to get to go to the mall. He's still going to get to sit at his house and pretend he didn't see the phone calls and the text messages. He ain't got no job. He can't contribute. There is nothing he can do. That's why we won't do a baby shower, except sleep with her again and impregnate her again. That's it. That's all he brings to the table. And y'all got to start telling these little girls that D don't pay the bills. And what feels like love could be crashing and burning. Because now you're pregnant at 13. 13 years old, 7th grade. You about to have a baby. When you supposed to be just having fun and picking out cute little clothes and getting your braids and mama, are we going on vacation? Dad, just being a little girl. Picking out Crocs, pink Crocs with buttons in, Hello Kitty and stuff like that on the internet. Now we got to put you in a position to be a full-fledged woman and prepare your little bitty hips to push out a baby. Nah, ain't no baby shower. Mm-mm. Ain't no party. We gonna do like we do where we came from and our roots and our heritage. We gonna make sure you have the prenatal care that you need. We gonna make sure that the food is cooked in the house. You get enough to, if the doctors say breastfeed and all of that, we gonna have the baby diapers. We gonna have a room. But don't think that little boy finna be over here all the time sitting up in this motherfucker like he the man of the house with your father and I. See, that's crazy, right? I don't know. What would y'all do? You say, who's going to be signing those permission slips? Right. She's still at an age where you got to sign permission slips. You said this conversation is late. Mama and grandma dropped the ball. They did. That's scary to me. His parents should make him help. What can they make him do? He's a kid. Think about it. His parents should make him help. Like what? At this age, that's what I'm saying. At this age, neither one of them can help. We're going to have to work together. The grandpa, meaning who, if I don't, oh, y'all, I just watched a squirrel fall from a damn tree. Damn. But okay. At this point, the women gonna have to raise the child. She can only do so much as 13. He can only do so much as 14. Make him help with what? I mean, we can teach them how to change diapers. What would you realistically, before we move on, what can you make him do? And maybe my understanding is limited. As a boy who lives in a different house, I want the men's perspective and I want the women's perspective. What could you make him do? Think it through, drop it in the chat. Her hips are not even developed enough, right? Because, ooh, child. He be taking, okay, y'all say he can take parenting classes. Okay, that's one. He's not old enough to work exactly because he still needs to go to school. He's just a kid. He still needs to eat. He's still dependent on mom and dad to buy groceries. Mama, can I have $5 for the movies? That's y'all, this is what we talking. He can mow some lawns. Okay. And watch. Okay, watch this. I like that. But here's the thing. He's 14. You put him out there to mow lawns, right? And then you say, how much you make this weekend? $100. Give it to me. Why? Because it goes to her. Man. So then you start to see the resentment build in, right? Now I got to take your money because they don't understand what commitment is to a child or a child's mother. So now I take your money after you've been working in the hot sun and I give it to her for the baby. And yes, it's a lesson, but then that's when you start to really recognize and see, is he happy to do it? Is he not happy to do it? Does he become resentful? Does he not want to go over there? That's when real life hits and you can't predict the outcome of that. Now, what else are y'all saying? Parenting classes. Yvette said you can't really make them do anything. Let's see. Okay, just let them keep $20. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. For every 100, you can keep 20. Okay, so you're saying if he mows the lawn, if he makes 100 that weekend from like a few yards, he gets to keep 20. Shh. Okay, this is really good. I like what y'all are coming up with. Texas Cannon. Let me see if I can find yours. Yeah, Lynn, I get you. You said adult actions have adult consequences, but they're kids. They not that goes in one ear and out the other. But I follow you as an adult. Look at this comment. Inez says $5. Oh my God. She said he can have $5, therefore he can get a pickle at the movies. Oh my God. Well, you better teach him how to sneak food in. We got food at home. Okay. Diapers are expensive. Exactly. Does he look scared in that photo? Let me look. He looks embarrassed. Let me go back to this. He looks like a goofball, like a 14-year-old goofball. I don't think I would allow him take his money. You said, take his money. Child support. Teach him. What you say? And then we'll figure out what he got left after taxes. Look, I had a question. Y'all done made me laugh. Damn, I can't remember what my question was. Why he get to keep half? You say so he gets to keep half? Okay. I'm just saying. He looked like a good little goofball. He would still be mad about the 20. Sure would be. Inez said he would get $5 to buy a pickle at the movie theater. Look, these kids can't drive. So when you say make them do something, you would have to drive him. Think about it. They're kids. So you got to drive him to cut grass. You got to drive him over there. Every time he want to go somewhere, you got to take him. He's 14. He looks like he's over it. He does. And he's embarrassed. He enjoyed the act. But he don't enjoy being slung around in those pictures. And now he's going to be on the internet for all of his classmates to see. And he's going to like other little girls. Trust and believe, the ones that don't have the baby. Oh, this real, don't think because he impregnated your daughter at 13 that he's still going to be attracted to her. Hey, you got grown women that go through this, right? He's still going to think other little girls are cute. Other little girls out here getting their nails done, their hair done, looking cute, the little cheerleaders. Come on now, he's still a kid. He's still going to want to go to the little games, the little girls that got on their Hello Kitty, their little Crocs. He's still going to be attracted to them while this 13-year-old is at home with a child. He ain't going to want that no more. He's going to all of a sudden discover he's a kid. I don't know. That's a lot. Lady Rose takes vacation. Thank you for the 5-piece and a pepper. Lady Rose says, without consequences, he will have 8 kids by the age of 18. Show you right. Show you right. So what could be done? Oh, Marcy. Come on, Marcy. Really, Marcy? Oh, my God. I guess we got to introduce him to the real world. I'm glad you said it. Because this is sometimes what boy moms are thinking about your daughters. If she out here having sex at 13, I'm going to do a paternity test. That may not be my son's child. Marcy, I'm with you. Marcy, I'm with you. Y'all see the other side of that coin? How the other conversations happen in other homes? Even though it takes 2 to tangle, now you're going to get the moms and the dads of the boy that's saying, hold on, this little girl fast. Maybe his name JJ. JJ ain't never been in no situation like this until JJ started dating her. You see how quick that shit can go left? I'm going over there. I'm a swab the baby, aka Krishan Rock, Blueface, because my son is better than this. That's it. That's all. Listen, real quick before we move on. Thank you so much for your donations to the Palace. You better get in your bag.
You better get to the bag. Don't let them hoes stop your bag. If you got a problem, just know I'ma make you my man. Yeah. Get to the bag. The bag. Don't worry about them. Just get to the bag.
All right, we getting to the bag over here. I told you it's Friday, baby. Y'all got that money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Listen, here we go. Thank you so much, NW White, for the $50 super chat. You says a baby shower is out. And this is sad, very sad. And just because it's already happened, y'all, don't mean you have to go along with it as parents or grandparents. And what I mean by that doesn't mean that we don't have to, it doesn't mean we forego a conversation about responsibility and how this is going to impact them. Don't sweep it under the rug. Sit them down and let them know this is about to change your life forever. And he may look at you differently a year from now. And then what happens then? He's too young to even watch this. Now that I'm thinking about it, he too damn young to even apply. What do y'all call it? For when you see your kids, what do you call it? Let's just say the families get into it. He can't even go to court. She can't even apply for child support. Child, let me get off this topic. He can't even apply to see his child. You got the mama in the photo with the onesie. That's all I'm saying. He's too young to even take her to court for visitation. He's too young for her to put child support on him. Child, let's move on. All right. Cheyenne Bryant is up next. Here we go, real quick. So Cheyenne Bryant is making the headlines for her very controversial statements, but we're gonna warm you up first. We're going to warm you up first. First of all, she's saying that she is no longer a therapist. That's what she's saying. She says she is not practicing therapist anymore. She's given up her license. Hold on. She's given up her license because she makes more money. And she don't like adhering and abiding by the board, the board of ethics, the rules and the practice standards that they've set forth. So she said, to hell with the license. I'm doing better anyway. Somebody in the comments said, listen here, if any healthcare professional has an issue adhering to the board of ethics, that's a for sure red flag. I'm going to have to ride with you. So recently she sat down with Joe Budden on his podcast and said, oh, I no longer practice under a license. And I get to make more money. I love the flexibility. I don't like those rules are too strict. My thing is this, girl, did you ever have a license?
I no longer practice under a license.
And why
Right now, I'm
wouldn't
in
you?
private practice. I'm saying, and
Yeah.
that's what people don't understand, right? So just to educate some folks a little bit.
Hello, my name is Dr. Rekha Martin. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, professor of sciences, and podcast host who specializes in Black health and well-being. And I want to break down a clip from the Joe Budden podcast featuring someone who presents herself as Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. But before we dive in, I want to make something incredibly clear. Having a doctorate does not mean someone is a licensed mental health professional. You can have a doctorate in literature and be unlicensed, and you are still a doctor. You can have a doctorate in education and hold an LPC, being a licensed professional counselor, and you are a licensed mental health professional, and you are still a doctor, but your doctorate is not.
Hold on. Did she turn off? So the point is, I don't know why it turned off. I guess it's done. Cheyenne, I don't think you. All right. Maybe y'all was drinking the Kool-Aid. I wasn't.
Child, I done watched yet another clip of Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, this time on the Joe Budden podcast. There was so much said about therapy that literally burned my biscuits. But saying that people get licensed to file insurance is crazy. It's crazy work. Absolutely not. That is a lie. There is no other way to put it. I'm Naquan Lewis, licensed relationship and sex therapist, and let me tell you what it takes to do this work. Before I even tootsie rolled my tail across that stage, I had already passed not one, but 2 licensing exams. Because my master's program in family, couples, and individual psychotherapy actually required you to pass a license.
I don't know why it keeps cutting off. I don't know if it's Instagram or what, but basically she said a lot of y'all, the therapists that you're working with are just, hold on, let me turn this one on. Let me say it. Let me see if I can.
This question comes up so much. How much does a man need?
She's basically saying, I may just have to go to, let me just go to Joe Budden. Give me 1 second. Because it keeps
This question
off.
comes up so much. How much does a man need to make to be in a relationship?
So that it doesn't turn off. Give me 1 second. So, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, I don't think you are who you say you are, because why would you come out here and give that misleading dialogue about healthcare professionals, and the only reason why they get a license is to be able to file for insurance? Girl, they get a license because they like what they do. They're passionate about it. That's it. Just y'all, here we go. That's a pretty outfit though. Hold on, is this it?
You might have seen her online talking her shit. Pissing you hoes off. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Why
All right,
for you in this space as far as speaking?
So I think that people who have a disdain for me are people who are not ready to heal, and they have accountability issue, and most of them have parental issues. You wouldn't have a side chick if you didn't have a wife. You don't want her, and half y'all don't want your wife because you married the crumb and really go screw the loaf. Half y'all.
Oh, that's what she said. I wasn't even trying to get into this when she said women that are wives. You are the crumb. Your husbands really don't want you. I can't play the full video. You said, is it the full video? Or it's just clips. It's just clips. So I was just going to show you the part where she said about the insurance license, but hell, since I let it slip, let's get into it. So she also went viral because she's saying these men don't want y'all. Hold on.
Noise for Dr.
Now, keep in mind, she's in her 40s and have never been married.
You know your power. You know your power. You got power. You mastered the art of conversation. You mastered the art of bringing in things and relatability. And you use the quotes from the Bible, and you know what you're doing.
It's not cap, but I do think you know your power.
I just feel like you figured it out.
Now, have you figured out her formula? Because it's brilliant from a product perspective, and I just want to call your attention to it. What do you mean? Have we figured out her formula? She plays in the spaces with men that are male dominated. She keeps them on their toes. She don't really fool with women like that. You don't see her as a collective with women and sitting on the couch and really helping women. She has a disdain, appears to have a disdain for other women. She has a superiority complex as it relates to other women. You don't really see her on the playground with women. She loves to dominate in the male spaces, rightfully so. So she understands that sex is a weapon. So although she's coming in as an expert, she's still coming in as a Jezebel. Let's get into it.
It out.
And you know when to inflict it at will.
How about you do it? How about you do it at Invest Fest?
That's peace. Look at
she know. She know you right. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Could it not be that I've mastered myself?
No, don't say that.
And that's a real question, right? Why is it that when somebody has a presence and they have found them, that it can't just be that they mastered who they are? Like if you walk in the room and you are just vertical in the man that you are, that would be so attractive to me because I look at it as self-mastery.
He's not.
I'm sure. I understand how it can look like I guess I have tapped into my superpowers and I just know when to use it and fling it in Spider-Man and Spider-Woman it, but it's really just me having enough awareness of the woman that I am.
And she's using it accordingly. When she realized that man is a man is a man is a man. They say whatever, but I can get here and say whatever and make a lot of money. Now, I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but the fact that you out here playing as a licensed clinician, let's continue. Because she really don't fool with y'all like that, ladies. That's why every chance she gets to speak down on what a healthy formulation of a woman is, she takes her shot, especially when it comes to wives.
I'm submissive the first moment that I notice I like you.
Yeah, got you.
And you like me. That means that at that point, there may be a certain shoulder type of touch. There may be, hey, are you thirsty? I'm going to the bathroom. Did you need me to grab something? I'm on my way back. Did you need a straw? If we're at dinner and I notice you asked for another drink, I'm going to make sure, hey, excuse me. I'm going to make sure you good.
You into that?
You into that ish?
You into what?
He don't
What
drink.
you saying? You like that's that?
He doesn't use straws.
Yeah, take a sip.
Nigga drinking water. You thirsty, boy? I'll be thirsty too, boy. She got this nigga burning.
But I'm saying, you know, but y'all.
Yo, let me tell you who I am.
There
you go. Y'all gonna stop playing with me for comedy purposes, nigga. I do this.
Yeah,
I ain't new to this. I'm 50, nigga. I've been off the porch since I was 13. Ain't nobody could twist me up, nigga.
So he's letting them know y'all falling for the okie doke. This woman, this Jezebel ain't finna come in here and sit in front of me and run that slick shit on me. He said, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So don't be trying to gauge if I'm buying into what she's putting down. I'm a man. I'm going to sit back and assess. I know game when I see it. You got niggas out here that talk like that. She's slick. So don't be trying to assess me.
Unless I want to be twisted.
He said she's not gonna come in here and twist me up. Let's go to another clip. I want to get to the one about her talking about the wives. Let's see if I can find it.
This question comes up so much. How much does a man need to make to be in relationship with me?
Is there a minimum?
I just think that is such a superficial question. For me, it's not a dollar amount. It's more about the quality of life that you can provide for us. If you get a man making 20 million, he has all of that sewed up into investments and different things. And I mean, really,
Still ain't liquid.
What are you guys
Still
living
ain't
off of,
liquid.
right? You get a man who's making 300,000 a year, no debt, and he's doing his thing. You guys can have a better quality of life with that amount of money. For me, it's more, can you provide a certain quality of life for us? Not for me, but for us, because it's not a me thing. I don't need you to come in and just, you are providing for me. No, it's a us. We're together. So like when we do things, of course, I want a man to provide. That's just something that is very attractive.
What does that mean? Now that we're talking about it, can I ask y'all, what does that mean? And I'm a wife. I'm interested to hear that. When you are dating as a woman and you're thinking about marriage and long term, whatever that means to you, do you lead with the notion in your head, spoken or unspoken, I need him to provide for me? And if so, what does that mean? I'm curious, and there's no right or wrong. No, what does that mean to you as a person? Okay, ain't nobody answering. Well, let's go on. I'll come back to it. Listen, I don't want to stay here too long because I want to get to something else. I think we got to go to her page. It looks like to be able to get to the nitty gritty and the heart of the matter. Give me 1 second.
And if I'm your wife and you come in this house and you tell me, baby, listen, yes, I cheated on you, but let me explain to you, sweetheart. Let me explain to you, beautiful, that I assessed for risk before I cheated on you. I thought about everything and calculated all of this. And when I did the math, it added up that there's a bigger probability that I won't get caught. You think I'm gonna look at you and say,
Nobody
thank
do
you.
that, Shayne.
So what I'm saying is that means that when you take the act of cheating, you are already saying loud and clear, I don't give a fuck about getting caught, and I don't care about losing you.
We could agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Because I think the people in this room will disagree with you.
That's fine. I don't care about the people. What I'm saying is, how can you tell me that you stepped out on me, but you cared about getting caught? And that means you cared about my heartbreak. You cared about my dismantle. That is bullshit. You can't do those two can't coexist. Ish, how can I tell you I'm in love with you, I'm committed to you, but I just had sex with your homeboy? How can that coexist?
See, and that's why y'all shouldn't cheat.
Damn, that's a good one. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna have to ride with her on that. She's saying there's no way you love me and want to keep me as your wife when you calculated the risk. You knew what cheating can lend. Now, I wanted to hear what the men had to say because the men said we disagree with you, and that's why you women shouldn't be cheating. I guess the men are saying it's just something to do. That don't mean I want to lose you. What are y'all's thoughts on that clip? And maybe that's why we have so much femicide. Because men do be out there cheating in some instances, right? The ones that choose to. And listen, these days, women ain't putting up with that shit. And they're like, I'm out. And he'd be like, you ain't going nowhere. And then the next thing you know, on the 9 o'clock news, we hear about, what is it called? A murder, suicide. So it seems like women and men have two different thoughts around why a man cheats and what his expectations are. Let's go to the next clip because it gets really interesting. Hold on. Here we go.
And I can't wait to show other single women that when a woman is really secure with herself and she's really married because she is choosing to be with this man, not because she's using the ring or the title to weaponize against other single women, then it shows up different. I can't wait to have my rock again and be a married woman and still talk to single women the same way I do, with the same respect and honoring and admiration of them, because there's nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing devaluing about being single as a man or a woman. I have a big issue with folks who are using their horrible, unsuccessful, miserable marriage, mask and ring and title as a way to demonize or weaponize people who are not there yet. And I feel like,
who's doing this? I think you're lying. Now I think you're projecting. I think you see yourself as not as valuable. I think you're devaluing yourself because you are 41. And them niggas, when you go on them podcasts, the men are reminding you that you're single and lonely. And they've done it before. So you trying to push it off on the women that are happily married, healthily married, and making it seem like the women have an issue with you. You're not around us. You don't even play in spaces that we play in. You don't sit down and have tea parties and happy hour with us. You out there playing with them niggas. Them niggas out there playing in your face. So talk to them. Don't be redirecting that to us. It doesn't apply. Say it with your chest to the men. Why y'all think I'm not worthy? Cam Newton told you, are you really worthy? Because you 40 something. Don't nobody want you. He didn't say it like that, but he said it like that. He presented his best self. I don't know if she's ever been married. I don't think she's ever been married, but you see her say, get my rock again. What does that mean? Who were you married to? How long were you married? I don't think she's ever been married before. So quit playing with me, because ain't nobody out here shitting on you as a married woman. So now that tells me subconsciously you do want to be married. You do think wives are valuable. She reminds me of Ariane Curry. Because no man wants me outside of being a side chick, I am going to devalue a wife and therefore make it seem like I'm not missing anything. Let's continue. Yeah, thank you. I knew she's never been married. You said she's only been engaged, but you see how she's misleading with her words, with the sliver of a tongue. I can't wait to get my rock again. Girl, you ain't never been married. That's misleading. It's somewhat unethical.
like it's too much of that going on.
It's a lot of that.
It's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
It's more of that going on, but this is the same woman and man again who is.
Why y'all single motherfuckers in a room talking about married folks and married folks' business? Y'all, they mad. They mad because y'all married.
Sleeping with the other married woman and man, and you think nobody knows your pillow talk. But I do, because when I walk by, it says, why is he lusting over me so bad? But that's the man you saying, my man, my man, my man.
Now you're a beautiful woman. Men are going to look. And when you get married, if and when you do, come talk to me and tell me that your man is not now. They ain't supposed to be doing it disrespectfully. Tell me, Cheyenne, if and when you do get married, that your husband doesn't notice another beautiful woman. Doesn't mean he's lusting over you. Let's be very clear. Hell, you got women that'll look at you and honor your beauty. Oh, she's beautiful. Girl, you better work it. Don't mean they're lusting over you. Are you lusting over that woman's husband? Is the real question.
Because you're trying to use that ring to weaponize, but you're on home and you really the only one that's being weaponized by this relationship.
This bitch is angry. She's jealous hearted. Why are you mad at married women? Who broke your heart? It's some married man that chose his wife over her.
That's the problem. So
Face
I can't wait.
Full of lust.
He still chose his wife and you mad. She mad. She done messed around with somebody's husband. And she thought he was going to leave probably. And that man chose that woman over her when push came to shove, and you mad. It's like you the only one that's miserable. Then let that lady be miserable in her mansion with her life insurance policy and her acres of land and her beautiful children and her wine cellar and her refrigerator and her nice furniture. You let her be miserable as she sit back and watch you on a podcast trying to make money when her bank account is full. Her slippers are fluffy. Her fireplace is on. Her children are happy. Her husband comes in and kisses. You let her be miserable in peace. Don't you worry about that. She know her man. Doctor. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's get this one.
You might have seen her online talking her shit.
I messed up. Hold on, y'all. Oh, no, this is the right one. I want to get to the one. She's supposed to be talking about being single. Let me run it again. This is how you can tell a fraud. See, when I bring you in the room as an expert, this is how you can tell a master of manipulation. If you look at this clip right here, it says why being single is better than a miserable marriage. First of all, talk about how life is good for you as single. Don't try to put yourself up against another vagina. You're supposed to be talking about the powers, the advantages, the benefits of being single. Talk about how nice it is in your home. Talk about your health and well-being. Talk about your bank account. Talk about how marriage isn't for everybody and what you've gained out of being single. She ain't said nothing about that. Listen again, what I hate ass.
And I can't wait to show other single women that when a woman is really secure with herself and she's really married because she is choosing to be with this man, not because she's using the ring or the title to weaponize against other single women, then it
But you're supposed to be talking about the power of being single. How do we get into married women?
shows up different. I can't wait to have my rock again and be a married woman and still talk to single women the same.
There is none. I'm not going to say there is no power. She couldn't even formulate a sentence and a dialogue around the benefits because what came out of your mouth, I can't wait to have my rocket. You really want to be married? You should have passed that question. Pass the ball to somebody else. Is that a wig? I thought that was her hair. Her hair. Okay. Anywho, she talks about wearing a mask and being.
I post a lot of different things. I just do it in sprinkles. I don't do it all the time because I'm not an influencer, right? I'm a doctor of psychology, but I do it on purpose because one, that's the reality of who I am. And I want my clients and people who hire me and book me to be hiring me for me. And also, I'm not going to live in dogma. So I don't care who doesn't like my opinion. I don't care who doesn't like the way I dress. What I want to attract are my people, my audience. Because in my audience and in my people, and in my space, I could be free. And a woman like me, I thrive in freedom. I don't thrive in incarceration.
I think she dresses nice. I know a lot of people had a problem with the Jeezy outfit that she wore to the gala. Yeah, but typically outside of that, she dresses pretty nicely on the podcast, if you ask me. All right. This is the final one. I thought she was going to... Let's talk about this one. Real
The
quick.
more we hold off on what y'all usually want, that thing, the more y'all do anyways. The more y'all give and the more y'all do. The only men who won't do more are the men who only want that. So if you want to vet them out anyway, sis, vet them out and watch them show up. A man should penetrate your heart and your mind before he ever penetrates your body. Then you will really experience the true essence of an orgasm anyways. I've had men say to me, if I can't marry you, I don't even want to touch your body. Now that's a man who isn't a sucker. That's a man who is of age, a mature age, who is ready to have a wife. And he is no longer so superficial in his thinking that the best thing about a woman is her sex. He's finding value, not only different in women, but watch this, in himself. Because I only get to experience the parts of you that you've already given you. And so
she's talking to Shannon Sharp. And I like to coin Cheyenne as a chameleon. Depending on who she's with and who she's seated in front of, and I'm talking about a man, her conversation changes. She was a little bit more subdued with Shannon because Shannon got a bag. Y'all get what I'm saying? Shannon got a big bag. Shannon got that money, 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 money comes to me. And Dr. Cheyenne is not a stupid woman. She understands that a well-versed woman, quiet-spoken woman gets chosen when you start to get into, I'm not talking about his sexual kinks and what he likes to do sexually. That's completely different than what they want to wife. She presented as a wife here. That was a lure. And it's masterful work if you pay attention. Because I actually think she and Shannon would make a great couple. I think she needs a man like Shannon Sharp. Not necessarily Shannon, but a man in his 50s, a big old man that got a bag that can kind of quiet a little bit of that stuff that she got going on inside of her. Does that make sense? I just wanted to point out that she showed up completely different here. Now, a lot of people had an issue with her here because of the dress and it was short and her boobs were out. Listen, the old folks would say, like they say in the South, honey, she trying to catch. She trying to catch. That's what we call trying to catch. And if you know, you know. Uh-oh, my bad. My bad. If you know, you know. But I still think she's a fraud. I think it's self-indulgence. I wish she could find a spot that's not completely male-centered, but maybe she should stay over there because I don't really think uh, I don't think she cuts for women like that. Actually, I know you don't. I know you don't. I have some inside sources, and I can't say too much because you're gonna know where it came from. I know you had an opportunity to do some work with women, and you were a problem. And this woman was more experienced than you, had a larger platform than you, more knowledgeable than you, more exposure than you, and higher up than you. And you thought that you should be making more than her. And I'm not going to say, because then you're going to know where it came from. But I know you are a problem. I know they had to have a talk with you. So, anywho, that's all I got on Cheyenne Bryant. Child, let's go to Ocho Cinco's baby mama. She's in the headlines. Y'all remember her from Selling Tampa? Well, it looks like she didn't fell out with one of her friends, and her friend then filed a lawsuit on her. Her name is what's her lady name? Let me just read it to you. Here we go. Here we go. Sherelle, Netflix selling Tampa star Sherelle Rosado sued over allegedly refusing to pay former real estate broker associate Ebony Stiff her $15,000 of their 50-50 commission split. So it sounds like there was $30,000 on the table. Sherelle took it all. Sherelle took it all. You know who to do that to and who not to do that to? That's messed up. That's a lot of money. You should have just cut that lady her check. You don't play with people's money like that. Listen, typically when we talk about real estate, I know it's about what? Average, it can range anywhere between 10 to 13%, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, if we have any realtors in here. So that means she got her ass out there and worked her butt off to sell a house under your brokerage, right? And her total commission, watch this, whoever the realtor is, Ebony, made $30,000 off of that house, the sale of that home. You greedy, Sherelle, because why are you doing a 50-50 split and took 100%? 50% is a lot. And if we think about, let me see what the average split is for a brokerage. Let me see. Let me type it in. Broker and agent. Hold on. If it's 50%, I would just, let me see. Oh, she's robbing them blind. She's robbing these people blind. The average real estate commission split between an agent and their broker is typically ranges from 70 to 30, 80 to 20, with the agent keeping the larger portion. With the agent keeping the larger portion. So you were supposed to get 9,000 and she was supposed to keep the rest. Or 80-20, not even 9. We're talking 6. And then she takes 24,000 home. This woman is out here doing unfair business practices. Listen, girl, you got a whole baby by Chad Ochocinco. If you don't run that lady her money. So the girl took her ass to court. So she's facing an open breach of contract lawsuit in Hillsborough, Florida, filed by former real estate associate Ebony Stiff. Hillsborough County Hoover Court search screenshot shows the case listed as Stiff Ebony versus Rosado with an open status and a filing date. So she just filed April 29th. The case type is listed as a county civil breach of contract with the amount category shown as $8,000 to $15,000. Hoover is the official clerk, county clerk record search. Okay. The lawsuit appears to center on allegations that Rosado refused to pay Stiff money connected to real estate commission split. A circulated complaint image. So there's an image of it. It's just too small for me to blow up, to be honest with you. They agreed to co-list a property and split they agreed to split it 50-50. Stiff alleges she was not paid her share after work was performed and the transaction moved forward. Rosado is best known from Netflix Selling Tampa, which followed the agents of the Allure Realty in Tampa's luxury real estate market. This is crazy. And look, guess who showed up in the comments? Joanna Colbert. That was her right-hand girl. They were best friends. Joanna says, you didn't deserve that. I'm proud of you for doing things the right way and not for attention. Ooh, Sherelle, what are you doing to these women? Why would your homegirl, your right-hand lady? And then they all start coming in saying, Joanna, I respect Ebony so much for standing up for herself. I remember you from the show as a right hand, if I remember correctly. Somebody says, so you not friends with Sherelle no more? Joanna was the enforcer. Do y'all remember that? Somebody else said, wait a minute. So y'all ain't friends? What happened? Everybody's in the comments. So I want to know what's going on with Sherelle, Ochocinco's baby mama, and why you are stealing these women's commissions. What do y'all think? You remember Joanna? I do too. I do too. So now we're going to go. I sure don't want to talk about her, but we're going to have to. And I'm going to make it very quick. Child, we're about to talk about Joseline Hernandez. Here we go. Suing. Well, she's into a fight with Zeus Network. Apparently, get rid of her. He's trying to off her. Lemmy, I believe it. They say a few people from your shows have come up unalived. Now, I don't know it. Let me go ahead and play it, child. It's a lot going on. Joseline is accusing Lemmy of sex trafficking the girls, that he was sleeping with the girls and they had to do hideous things in order to just to get paid for being on the show. Here we go.
She talk about how many girls you fucked from the cabaret. Let's talk about how many girls you paid to fuck. They said they pussy in your face.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know she was coming this hot.
Every night while you was pregnant with Scotty. All of them. Line them up. They suing you left and right. And you stay in arbitration with them because you're sticking your penis where it don't belong. Like, I can't wait till this class action lawsuit takes you down because you are an evil bitch and you thought that by holding my payments that you owe me in perpetuity was going to stop me and close my network. Bitch, are you dumb? I'm about to go film a whole show right now, bitch. Y'all keep subscribing to Wait TV because I see that subscribers are coming in like crazy. So fuck you, Lemmy. Fuck Zeus, bitch. And that's my cabaret hoe. Don't you forget I own that shit, bitch. And Lemmy.
All right. So apparently Lemmy is doing to Joseline what he did to Christian Rock. Do y'all remember when he held her pay and Joseline said, I'm not going for that. Lemmy came out and said, hold on, because you signed a non-compete agreement and you've established your network. And since you have a network, I get to hold your pay. I don't know if you get to hold her pay. I think you can let her go, but I don't think you can hold her pay. But who am I? So let's go to the top. Let's start from scratch.
You harassed Janisha, Scotty. How many times have you beat up Janisha? How many times have you beat up Scotty? How many times have you beat up those baddies? At my old age, you're gonna get somebody to kill me and my baby? Bitch, that's what you want to do to me? After all the years that I gave you, after all the secrets that I kept because you make a threat every fucking time. After all the secrets I kept from you and that fucking network for years. I kept all your dirty secrets from Ashley and all the producers. Making girls fight each other. Making people hit people with bottles and make people bleed and cut each other. After all the secrets I kept because of your fucking threats. One morning you wake up and you're gonna cut my checks that I'm supposed to be getting in perpetuity because you claim I'm a direct competitor to you? Are you fucking kidding me, Lemmy? Little old me? Little old me, bitch? I've been on TV my whole life making all these networks wealthy. I made VH1, Viacom, BT, everybody wealthy. Sue's network wealthy. As soon as I want to make myself wealthy and do something for my kids, now I'm the formation of your character. Your character ain't nothing. Your character is nobody believes your character. You pay people to get beat up, so you're going to get people to shoot me up in Miami. I'm on my way to the police station to make a report on you because if I come up dead, you're going to jail.
Oh my. Lord have mercy. This seems to be pretty serious. So Joseline filmed this while she's in a vehicle headed to the Miami-Dade Police Department because she said that he communicated to her, you're going out, you and your unborn child, that he put a hit out on her head and she, fears, not only fears for her life, but she's taking him very serious based on his previous behaviors behind the scene, which she was privy to. Sex trafficking, assault of others, harassment of others, and similar, because there's a few people that have come up gone. And I think she's scared. I don't know what secret she knows, but I think she's been privy to some stuff. Now, here's the thing, Joseline. Oh, let me wait.
You're going to put out a hit out on the woman that started your company? The woman that make your company be legitimate? 7 years, I worked hard to get you to be where you at. And I'm pregnant. Look at my belly. Look at my belly. They found a dead body in Sue's network office. We ain't hearing nothing about that.
Ooh, I've heard about Zeus Network. They said it was a dead body. That's what they say. But I know Aaron the plumber said that they were trying to put a hit on him and a few more people came up. I remember when Aaron And now he's a problem. But I remember when he took to the internet after being let go off of that Erica Mena show, and he says, if anything happens to me, Zeus Network did it. Now Joseline said, there's bodies. Let's see.
What happened to that boy that died outside of your network? What happened to that boy? What happened to that body that they found outside of your network? What happened to him? Why we don't hear about that? All your producers, they have no character. And for Janisha, after all the times you beat her up, is still working up under you and having fucking contacted the FBI to tell them what you done to her.
What?
She's a fucking lunatic. And everybody that's around is a fucking lunatic. And that's why I started Why You Here TV. You harass Janisha.
Oh, Lord. It's a lot. Hold on. Let me see what else she say. I think we got one more. Then we're going to go to his response and we're going to wrap up. But this, listen.
Not a good person, Lemmy. You're not a good person. You're not a good person, and it's going to come to light. It's going to come to light what you've been doing to people, what you've been doing to young ladies. You harass every female on your network. Not just me. You harass Janisha, Scotty. How many times have you beat up Janisha? How many times have you beat up Scott? How many times have you paid these people off for them not to take you to court? You're not going to get away with it, Lemmy. You can't go around harassing people, sending threat to people, and then going online and saying, oh, they just telling lies to me. How many women are going to say the same thing about you? And nobody's going to believe them. You trying to stop me from feeding my daughter and feeding my unborn kid? Going online saying, oh, I know she's pregnant and I know this is a sensitive space, a sensitive time. No, I was doing just fine. I just had the premiere of Them and the Girls Miami in Miami. I shouted you out. When people was asking, am I competing with other networks? I said, I'm not competing with anybody because you make a threat every time. After all the secrets I kept from you and the network for years, I kept all your dirt.
Now, here's the thing, Joseline. You may have just implicated yourself with aiding and abetting, because if he did indeed, unless you turn state like they did in Diddy, where they received a immunity. Because now you're online saying you knew about crimes that he's done and acts that he's performed. And you kept the secrets, even when the network, not the network, but when the outside production companies were asking, wait a minute, is there a problem here? Because this is an ethical issue. You said you lied. And if women were being harmed and you knew that, and you didn't say anything, girl, you going down unless you turn state and you cooperate with the feds.
Dirty and pregnant. Look at my belly. Look at my belly. I'm pregnant. My stomach is out here. I'm a 39-year-old woman. I should not be getting this stress. I haven't done anything.
That's it, y'all. This is what he said, trafficking young ladies across state country lines like Puffy, and the feds are coming for you. That's what she said. This is what Joseline is saying. And then she took and tagged the FBI. She said, let's take him down. He is human trafficking all the ladies from the network. He is unethical and he's a mobster. But Joseline, if there's any digital documentation of you abusing those women, having sex with those women, giving them drugs, you're going too. The only way out of this is for you to testify against him and turn state. Now, he came back, and this was his response. He says, let me be clear. We believe in the cabaret girls. So now he's teasing her. We see real stars and we're committed to giving them the platform to actually shine. In our view, they were never truly positioned to outgrow or outshine the lead. And at times, were not treated in a way that is reflective of their value. That's exactly what we are changing. We're not in the business of limiting talent, we're building it. That's why we've brought cabaret girls onto the baddies. And we will continue casting them across multiple Zeus shows to increase their visibility, income, and long term opportunities. We're not discarding them because someone wants to start their own network. We're investing in them. Then he says, Joseline, bullying me won't work. Manipulation won't work. I'll continue to move with professionalism and respect. So then he drops receipts or text messages because initially when Joseline came out, she came out from a hospital and stated that she had to go to the hospital because I don't know if something with the baby, right? So he drops a receipt from Ballistic, which is Joseline's husband. Ballistic says, good morning. Joseline is in the hospital with pregnancy complications. I'll need some time to talk to her about everything and would appreciate pausing this discussion until she's good. I had to take her to ER last night. So what Lemmy is saying, hey, she's in the hospital not because of me. She's in the hospital and her husband told me on Thursday. So whatever she's talking about 3 days later has nothing to do with me. Now, let me just tell y'all, I don't know. I'm just reading y'all this stuff. Lemmy goes on to say her husband sent that text on Thursday. So the fact that she posted a hospital picture and tried to make it seem like I had anything to do with her being there is crazy. I have absolutely nothing to do with her not doing well. He said, as for everything else, the situation stems from a clear breach of agreement that we've made repeated good faith efforts to resolve privately, respectfully, and calmly. Taking things public with inaccurate and disparaging narratives because the outcome isn't favorable doesn't change the facts. That's true, but I don't think you can hold somebody's check if they've already performed the work. Does that make sense, y'all? That's nigga shit. You can't do that. Now, you can cut her off. But if she's already performed the work and that's a check and not an advancement, you have to pay her. You have to pay people. You can't keep somebody's check. I'm trying to be fair here. Right, wrong, or indifferent. He did the same thing to Krishan and a few of the other ones. Here we go. The idea that she hasn't been paid is ridiculous. She's been paid well beyond standard fees, along with additional support, opportunities, and residual style payments we've consistently honored. From day one, my goal with Zeus was to create more financial upside for our partners, and we've done exactly that. What I won't do is ignore repeated breaches. I've tried to handle this privately and respectfully, but instead it's been taken public with disparagement and threats. That doesn't change the facts. And to be clear, I've never attempted to harm anyone, especially Joseline, who could probably beat me up anyway. That's not what she's talking about, Lemmy. She's not talking about going toe to toe, one on one. She's talking about the background antics, the goons. They say you held Natalie hostage over there in Africa. You took her passport, her ID, locked her in that van until she got some get right. He said, I've always treated her and her husband with respect.
I'm very much in distress. I'm very much going through a lot. This man is trying to kill me. My homeboy Sean is stressed me out, and he thinks I'm gonna fucking not use my freedom of speech. Use my freedom of speech for the shit that he's doing to me and been doing to me. Fuck you, Lemmy. Fuck you, Lemmy. I'm gonna continue to use my fucking freedom of speech on your bitch ass. You try to fucking kill me. You try to fucking take me out, bitch.
I wonder what happened. Did she say what he did?
And I'm not gonna let you fucking do it. You stressing me out every day. You ended up having me in the hospital 2 days ago, bitch. And I'm not gonna stop until you do right by me, bitch.
Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord. Look, aren't you happy for your basic ass life? And your Ponderosa and your townhouse and your apartment and your little bitty neighborhood? Aren't you happy? I'm serious. When you see people out here and they look like celebrities in reality, aren't you happy? Won't you give thanks? Isn't all is well in your house right now? And you'll take what you got over that. That's all I'm saying. I believe her too. She's scared. I've never seen Joseline fold like that. She want her money. She's talking about her money. So I'm going to probably say it's probably about $500,000 because he withheld almost $250,000 from Krishan. Krishan doesn't have her own show. So if he's held about $250,000 from Krishan, I'm going to say with her probably $500,000 all the way probably to $1 million. Ooh, that's a lot. Hold on. And then he responded, of course, a little bit later.
I'm very much in distress. I'm very much going through a lot. This man is trying to kill me. My homeboy Sean is stressed me out. And he thinks I'm gonna fucking not use my freedom of speech. Use my freedom of speech for the shit that he's doing to me and been doing to me. Fuck you, Lemmy.
Oh my. Hold
Fuck.
on. Let's pause this, Joseline. There's a lot going on. So this is the photo that she took in the hospital. She said that evil man sent me to the hospital the other night, but God is my God. I do not serve Lucifer. Woo! Listen, all the stuff they done. She said, it must be some devil worshiping going on in Hollywood. She's denouncing the devil. She says she won't serve the devil. God, she's pleading the blood of Jesus. Whatever's going on. This is a lot. Let's continue. So then she comes here. She says, stopping my payments because I have my own streaming app and I wanted more for my life than just what I had. It's illegal and it's just plain evil. Telling my husband you won't fund our business is illegal. Telling us to take our content down is illegal. While I'm pregnant, it is evil. And then she said, y'all, please pray for me. This man is trying to kill me and my unborn child. Right now, prayer warriors, I need y'all. I've never been embarrassed of nothing. I've been telling y'all my whole life story for going on 20 years. I'm not stopping now. This man is trying to kill me. Y'all, she didn't tag Lisa Bloom. I'm going to say this. She tagged Lisa Bloom. I'm going to say this. I think Joseline is genuinely scared for her life. You've never seen Joseline ask for support and help like this. You've never seen her tag the FBI. She's tagging Lisa Bloom and everybody. Whatever he said or did to her, I believe he said it or did it. Not to be confused with feeling sorry for her, but I think it's a credible threat. Trey says, so why are you now crying to God about devil-funded money? Well, I really hope. I don't know. I probably would move if he knows where you are. She said, 50 Cent, hit me up ASAP. Y'all go get 50 Cent. Tag him so he can help me hit up Puff Daddy Jr. so he can hit me up. She wants Lemmy to do she wants 50 Cent, I guess, to do a documentary on Lemmy. She's trying to come out and tell everything. Oh, perpetuity. But they stop suddenly because I take a picture with someone you fear. Oh, so she's saying I gave y'all 7 years of my life, my contract, my payments are in perpetuity. But they stop suddenly because I took a picture with somebody you fear. I'm 39 years old. I'm a 39-year-old woman that is with child, and you are doing evil to me because you are not able to have me back and do what you want with me. I'm very upset and really uncertain of things right now. We need your support. Child Joseline out here begging for y'all support. And she just continues to go on. She says she gonna sell everything she owned before I'm in the streets. This evil man is trying to destroy my family and trying to make something bad happen to me and my unborn kid. Okay. What is he doing, Joseline? Oh, who is this man, y'all? So apparently, Lemmy has an issue with somebody called Now That's TV. What's Lemmy's issue with this man? That's what it stemmed from. She took a picture with somebody called Now That's TV. Lemmy is scared or don't like the man, and he went ham. She's asking all survivors to hit her up. Let's bring the house down. Surviving Diddy Jr. Joseline, I think you are Diddy Jr. I don't know, girl. You might want to sit this one out.
Physically, which has never happened. I have never physically threatened you. I'm not even a violent person. I don't threaten people. It's never existed a day in my life. I don't threaten people physically. You accuse me of being a predator. You accuse me of abuse physically, emotionally, mentally, and even said that I'm sex trafficking women, which is so egregious. It's so ridiculous, and it's completely false. So the fact that you are saying these things is very hurtful in a real way because it just does not exist. Okay, that's my name. It's my business, and it's my life. Okay. That's what this is about and why I am live. I'm a human just like everybody else, and I'm not going to allow you to do that. Okay. You claim I've threatened you. Where have I threatened? Where is Ballistic? Where is your husband? Why isn't he calling me, texting me? Where is he at? If somebody threatened my girl, I'm getting on the phone and I'm going to call them. I'm not going to go live.
That's a good point.
Live on social media and say I made a threat to harm somebody. Like, that doesn't even make logical sense. Nobody's ever sent you a text. Where's this text message? Where's the text message? Please show the text message, because you know me, I will have no problem showing the text messages. There was no like real threat ever. There's never been any threat ever, real anything. I have never threatened you. You, your family, your husband, it's never existed. So please show whatever receipts that you're talking about regarding threatening you, because it just doesn't exist. These are all false claims. They're all false. I said it earlier in my statement. I'm like, Johnson, you could probably beat me up. You could probably beat me up. Look at my size, the optics of it, and look at Ballistic.
Didn't Ray J say that Lemmy tried to do something to him a while? You remember when they were in the middle of the street and he threatened Lemmy? He said Lemmy tried to he messed him over in business and then threatened him.
And me, and you, like, it doesn't even, and to say I'm putting hits in, I don't even think like that. I don't even come from that. That's not who I am. That's not how I was brought up at all. Just doesn't exist. And I was very fortunate and blessed to have amazing parents and amazing family. And we've always treated people right from a moral standpoint. And we've always done good business. And I've done my best. Me today of threatening you physically, which has never happened. I have never physically threatened you. I'm not even a violent person. I don't threaten people. It's never existed a day in my life.
I think you get away with it because you're very well spoken and you are a small man that you're an ant. Nobody would ever suspect an ant of being able to do harm. And the fact that you're calling out her size versus her husband's size and little old you, I think you have. Now, that doesn't absolve her of her responsibility and how she showed up with those girls on Zoot Network, because she was a handful too, and that she has to answer for herself, right? But hell yeah, I think you're dangerous. And I think because you're unassuming, you get away with it. And you've gotten away with it. That's what I think. So, thank you, Simone. He's an unassuming little devil. Thank you. He's very unassuming. He can speak well. He goes over well. He's easy for the tongue, the palate. Easily digestible, and probably just as dangerous as anybody else. You got an appetite for violence. If there was a body outside of your office, oh yeah, you got an appetite for violence. Step right over it. Allegedly. Yes. Trey, you said, I believe he threatened her. Now he's trying to use her size and he's masculating her. Yeah. Oh no, I would never. Look, no, that big girl, no. Thank you, Tyron. You said, sir, your channel is based on violence. All of it, from the women to the men to the cabaret, even the men. All they do is fight. Sir, you got an appetite for blood. Joseline said you be telling them to hit each other in the head with a bottle. We've seen people's teeth get knocked out. We saw y'all pull Summer out that van when she was trying to leave so that those girls could beat her to a pulp. Her nose was ripped off. Sir, listen, I'm done. You did everything they said you did. But Joseline, you participated. You participated. You were just as vile, egregious, dark, demonic to those women on those shows. So, what would that call? An accomplice? Unless you turn state. And I'm going to say that over and over again. I think that's all we got. I think that's all we got. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Hold on. Let me go through the comments real quick. Hold on. You said Blue drop the link. Oh, Tulsa, we don't do it on the morning show. I got you. You said drop the link. We don't do it on the morning show. We don't have call-ins on the morning show. I'll probably be back a little bit later. But type in the chat. I would love to read out what you got to say. I'll give it a couple of seconds. I'll give it a couple of seconds. Yeah, let's see. I'm away. Let's see. All right, let's see. In 5, 4, let's see. 3, 2, 1. What we got, y'all? Oh, yeah, we said that. You said Joseline. Yes, absolutely. Is an accessory. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's going to have to turn state. You said oh, his dad is a predator? What? You said that prayer that his mama did on Scotty with the baby proves she knows them people over there is evil. Oh, wow. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and close out. Look, withholding information on who withheld information on a person that was on the live? Joseline. I think that's who you're talking about. Okay. Got it. All right. Are y'all ready for fun facts? We're going to do the fun fact and then we are out of here. All right. Which one y'all want? You want me to do one about humans or food? Humans or food? Let's see what y'all are saying. One fun fact. She needs a lawyer. She needs to go into witness protection. She needs to go into witness protection. If she's going to tell everything, humans, foods, or animals? Y'all are saying humans. We're going to do one. We're going to do with humans. All right. Fun fact, and we're out of here. Did you know that you shrink during the day? Gravity compresses your spine, so you're slightly taller in the morning time. And that's the fun fact of the day. Next time, measure your height. When you wake up in the morning, you're taller. And later on in the day, you're shorter. Gravity compresses your spine. I'll give you one more for animals. We can do flamingos or or cows. I said Kyle. Let's do cows. Cows. That's my accent coming through. I hope y'all know what I'm trying to say. Cows. Let me put it in the chat. Cows. Yeah, G. Michelle, you're shorter during the day. Did you know that cows have best friends? They get stressed out when they're separated, so they have a best friend in the herd. That's it. That's all. Cows have best friends. You're not going to see them one-on-one too much. And when they get separated, they become very stressed. Okay. That's it. That's all. So you're shorter during the day and you're taller in the morning. That's it. That's all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday.